Good morning, everyone. I'm Prince Star, Department of BCA AQ 4th Sem Batch 1, and today I'm here with my team members. And today we are going to present the digital circuits, which is assigned by Pankaj Chandra sir. Thank you, sir, for this opportunity. So before I discuss the digital circuit, I just first understand the circuit. Circuits are the closed path through which the electric current flows. Basically, considers the various components like resistors, capacitor to perform a specific task. Now we discuss the combinational circuits. Basically, circuits are divided into two parts. The first one is the combinational circuit and second one is the sequential. So first I discuss the combinational circuit. Combinational circuit is a type of circuit in which output depends on the present input. It doesn't have any memory element. Basically, it means it doesn't have any backup and no store the previous memory. Here the types of the combinational circuits of binary adder, binary subtractors, multiplexer, demultiplexer, encoder, decoder, and capacitors. Binary adders basically the binary, we add the two binary numbers, and subtractor as same as the adders. The multiplexer having multiple inputs from the singles outputs, where have we select one single from the multiple input from a one output. Same as it demultiplexer is the opposite of that, and encoder is basically the converting the encoder is basically we can understand the like suppose we have a 2 ka power n into convert to n bytes, and the decoder is opposite of that. That's all from my side. Now further team member explain the next topic.
Thank you, Prince, for explaining the combinational circuit. Now here the applications of combinational circuits. So first of all, application is in the microprocessor and microcontrollers. As the combinational circuit do not have the previous output related to the previous output, only it works on the current input and output. So it is used as a microprocessor in the chips. Another application is in the digital computers and calculators. So here the calculators basically means the old version of the calculators, where there is no need of memory, only the current input plus minus subtract division is basically calculated. The next application is digital communication systems. So computers basically means the old version of the, is a current real life based example where we can talk, we can chat, we can exchange the information in current time. It does not have any need of any memory. And the best example we can understand is the keyboards. So keyboard are the input device which is used to input the current input we want to give to the computer system. And the last application which I have included is the smartphones and digital watches. So digital watches uses the current time, current date, current calendar to give the information about the real life, real worlds. And some of the limitations of the combinational circuit which I have included is the main disadvantage of or limitation of the combinational circuit is that it does not have the memory. So it can't store any further past or future memory as inputs and from the user. They are incapable of store the history of any user. And the next limitation is combinational circuit cannot use to implement highly complex calculation. As I've already said that it does not have memory, so it can't store the previous input, so it cannot be used as to calculate the high complex things or high complex calculations. Another limitation of the combinational circuit that it don't have any feedback mechanism. How feedback works? Feedback works on the previous inputs, that stores a system and analyze the previous inputs and give the feedback about that. But as I have said many times that combinational circuit does not have any memory related, so it can't have any feedback mechanism. And lastly, combinational circuit have that combinational circuit are designed in that way that it be complex and very poor in performance related to the user. So due to these limitations, we need some more circuits to enhance these operations. So how can we come over this problem, this limitation, which is further explained by my teammate Saksham.
Good evening everyone, I am Saksham Raj and today I will discuss about sequential circuit. So a sequential circuit is a digital logic circuit that takes the present input as well as the output of any previous operations as its input. So to use that output, we must need to store it first in a memory element. So a memory element is present in this circuit, which can either be registers or latches. And here is the diagram of a sequential circuits. It is a combination of two components. First one is combinational circuit, which is a series of interconnected logic gates like AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate that does the processing task to generate the output. And the second component is the memory element. And here you can see the output is getting stored in this memory element and it is used as inputs and for any future operations. So this input is secondary input and the present input is known as primary input. And there are basically two types of sequential circuits. The first one is asynchronous and second one is synchronous. So here are the diagrams of both of them, and the main difference you can see here is there is a clock present in the synchronous circuits, which sends the signal to the circuit that controls all its operations, and that makes the time of this circuit very predictable, and the operations here are very well coordinated. So it makes the interface of this circuit very easy to design. And on the other hand, in asynchronous circuit, there is no clock present, so it sends the input signal that if an input is changed in between, that affects the process of this circuit, and that makes the time of this circuit very variable, and it is very difficult to design. This interface is very difficult to design, and this circuit is flexible due to we can change the input at any time, and this is very well coordinated and predictable. So an example of asynchronous circuit is ripple counter, and an example of synchronous circuit is counter, registers, memory unit, control unit, etc. So there are some applications and limitations of this circuit as well that will be discussed by my next teammate Shreyans.
Well explained, Saksham. So now let's move on some applications of sequential circuits. So sequential circuits are used to design control systems, and it's also used in designing digital memory just like flip-flops and other devices just like registers. And it is also used in communication system to design the communication protocol, and also it is also used in automation system to control the operations of machine by its predefined logics. And some of the limitations of sequential circuits are that these are very complex to design and analyze, so it takes very long time to build this kind of sequential circuits. Next, sequential circuits requires very proper synchronization and a clock distribution to perform its work. And the sequential circuit have higher propagation delay, means because of the higher element just like memories and other components in the sequential circuit, it have higher latency between its input and output. So I want to conclude this topic by just saying that sequential circuit are very good, but it requires more time, and as compared to conventional circuit does not require much time, because combinational circuit is just a combinational circuit without memory, and sequential circuit also have memory in compartment in it, so it requires more time. And next, the sequential circuit have higher delay because its output depends on present input and previous output of the program, but in combinational circuit the program output depends on the present input only. So that's all from our side. Thank you.